Hey folks, this is Rob and
This is Bryan. How you doing?
we're here at TEAM25 and just doing a kind of a day one preview here. We had a day zero, so Bryan and I are community champions.
Yes, we're champions now, yes.
We used to be called community leaders. These were the folks who would help organize local events and things, and they've rebranded that whole program Champions.
Yeah, and so now we were also both creators, and that's part of the champion program now as well. And so we sort of brought everybody together to recognize that we're all promoting the amazing things that you can do with Atlassian and the amazing groups of people that use the tool.
Yeah, I had fun on the first day. There's three big things I learned were champions. I learned that Atlassian made its own LMS for Atlassian Learning.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a great article that we'll find and we'll share it out too, but that Marshall that we put together, somebody shared it on LinkedIn, the story of putting that LMS together.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's really phenomenal. And we're really excited about the opportunities that brings into being able to take care of all of the stuff that's, building just faster ways to get tools out.
Awesome. So what do you think is going to happen day one? Beyond breakfast and all that.
So, we've got, the hall is open, so we have the opportunity to go see all the sponsors and see what they're all doing in the booths and talk to partners, and that'll be really fun. I'm also here, representing a partner middleware. Pretty cool. I love the shirt that we got designed. That's my favorite part of it. I'm going to meet my boss for the first time.
That's important.
Person. Yeah.
And kind of funny, this is the first time you meet him, but I'm glad you have that chance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we'll have the opening keynote tonight.
That's true. And they don't normally do all the big stuff in the opening keynote, right?
No, I would expect the biggest stuff is coming tomorrow, but I do wonder, there might be some surprises tonight,
True. We don't really know.
Yeah. We do know. We just can't tell you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Please check out my Confluence console classic video on some things that we won't see here that we know about. I had some fun with that. Confluence in an Etch-a-Sketch.
One of the things I think is really interesting is that Atlassian is releasing things all of the time.
That's true.
Right? And so we come to this conference, and we're already expecting to release things all the time. So the ante's really been up about what are they going to talk about here. It's not like we're releasing something giant at the same way. But then they have that same moment that they have to build.
Yeah, they had complete UI redesigns like last week for some products, rebranding bleeps into work items, so issues are all gone.
All over the place, in some funny places too.
Yeah. I do know, Williams Racing is here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Atlassian is now sponsoring Williams Racing in F1, absolutely.
Do you think there's actually an F1 car down in the exhibition hall, I think. Can we ride it?
I think so. I want to. I would love that. If I'll fit in it, I'm pretty tall. We're both tall.
That's true, we are tall people.
Yeah.
There's that big keynote. The exhibition hall opens. I'm excited to see that. I'm going to do a swag review too, so folks can see all the fun stuff that we get to take home. And
I should show them the thing that I got today.
Oh, what do you got?
Well, today I got this fancy little crown. We were learning about the system of work and how to share it with people, and I was branded the CEO of Chaos. So
and he gets. I didn't realize that they would get to keep the crown.
Yeah, I'm required to take it to Bash.
Oh, good. So we'll see it again. Bash is the big party for folks who come to Team on the Thursday night. So they have live music, a DJ.
Fits and the Tantrums are playing this year.
I don't know who that is, Bryan.
I have heard of them, but that's all I know.
Okay. If anyone else there knows who they are.
If you young people know.
Yeah. Oh, geez. We're not that old, Bryan.
Okay. So we're halfway through our lives, Rob.
That's fair. And on that sobering note, folks, anything else you want to share or talk about, Bryan? Or?
I think we learned some pretty cool things today. We learned how to do ethical hacking. So how to use APIs, even undocumented APIs to get a bunch of bulk data out to help with the tasks that we're trying to do day in and day out. Sometimes it's not as easy to do it in a tool. So, how can we leverage what's out there to get it out and work for us?
That's true. There's a lot of great folks in the community, some of these champions who have found ways to solve problems. And being here in person to me is really helpful because I get to meet them.
Yeah.
I get to spend time with them physically, but also learn a lot about what's going on. Bryan and I are going to be sharing more content about what we're learning as we go, but there's a lot.
Yeah, the last thing I would say is that we learned just how powerful I think Rovo can be. We did a thing earlier where we talked about the system of work, and people generated a bunch of ideas to help solve my company that was, as the CEO of Chaos. And it was amazing to see that he grabbed a bunch of information from the Google form, he threw it into a page, and then he clicked a button, and Atlassian Intelligence turned it into Jira issues. And then he asked Rovo questions on how to solve the problem, and it gave answers. And it's just a great way to take a ton of information and distill it quickly.
Oh, and it was neat too, because we saw it in real time. This wasn't, you had to go away. It was, okay, we fill in a Google form basically, that becomes a Confluence page which Rovo then analyzes, which I haven't seen Rovo live very much.
No, me either. So it was really cool to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll hear some more things about Rovo this week probably.
But given that AI is so popular in just the general zeitgeist, I find it hard to believe Rovo or AI or some flavor of that isn't spoken about.
I would love to know what you all think about AI and how you're feeling about stuff right now.
Yeah, not sure how many folks we have in the chat, but use the comments if you're watching this recorded and just let us know what y'all think about how AI is working or what other questions you got. We're happy to go walk around and ask other people your questions as well.
So. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, anything else, Bryan? Or should
I think that's good.
Yeah. All right, folks, well, that was just a day one preview. We'll have more throughout the week. But again, drop your questions, comments down below, and definitely check out Bryan on the socials. They've got some great stuff.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, folks. Take care.
See y'all soon. Got to find my magical video here.